Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Tetragrammaton. This is turn 16. Don't have a crazy amount of time, so let's go ahead and jump. Okay, so we've got a couple of different things going on this turn. It's actually probably one of our bigger turns so far. Got a bunch of site searching, nothing in Full Swamp with our two kudu, but we did find something Aral with our ship. Found a garden of frozen flowers. That's just a water one site, but good. We have a battle in White Peaks, and we're gonna be flipping through most of the forward. This is just a quick battle against relatively small amount of independence. Our Mushushus are going to get intercepted by the heavy cav. And blessed Mushushus versus heavy cav. Pretty easy. Do a whole bunch of damage and they do not. About it. Simple stuff. Okay. So I'll actually watch this specifically. So we've got another battle by Yomi actually prodding into Memoria. And this is with a Die Oni that has a crown of lead on. That is it. Got crown of lead. Is casting Iron Skin. Protection. Is that who's casting art? Ari? No, he's casting Blessing. Okay. And now he's casting Skeletal Body. Now he's casting Stone Skin. Okay, so this tells us kind of like what the track is. Memoria has Alteration 3, right? Yomi has Alteration 2. Otherwise, he casting Iron Skin instead of Stone Skin. There goes the Stone Skin. Alright. And 25 protection is pretty scary. And with the Bless, right? Attack skills, shock, cold resistance, magic resistance, undying, regeneration, strength, blood surge. However, I don't think regeneration, protection 25 is going to quite be enough for this Die Oni. This is a lot. See if this guy can weather the storm. Oh, all the archers are like right up close and personal now. They're actually doing more harm to Orion Militia, but now the unmarked are kind of getting around. See, this is abysmal. Like the AI gets so bogged down. So far this Die Oni is holding his own. But the fear is if he cannot pull off a route prior to him getting fully swarmed, is probably gonna go be bad. Here we go. So he starts to take chunks of damage as now he's kind of fully surrounded. His defense skill is down to 1. So most of the attacks are hitting, and now that most of the attacks are hitting, even though he has regeneration and decent protection, right, there's enough chip damage coming through that it's pushing through his regeneration. And he actually healed back some on that. Not that time. Oh, two fives, big hits. And does he have luck or something? Oh, he's got Undying 6. Yeah. So he has to go 6 negative before he actually pops into his spirit form. There we go. Now he has hit spirit form. Okay. And now he has a vulnerability to salt, but he is ethereal. So this is interesting. Unfortunately, like ethereal makes it to where you're very hard to hit with a non-magic weapon, right? So these slingers, 75% chance to miss. These horse cavalry, 75% chance to miss. But oh no, even I thought the unmarked actually had it. Nope. And he has morale broke. So that is interesting. I wonder if both armies are out. Because, oh, nope, he gets popped. He gets fully popped. So even with the ethereal, right, and them not having enough, not having magic weapons, right, there's enough attacks coming through, and the regeneration is so small that he takes enough damage to die. So that is a Dione down the drain, which is a big deal this early in the game, right? We're turn 15? No, turn 16. So turn 16, even if you were doing a Dione every single turn, you only have 8 of those so far, and there's no way you're doing the Dione every single turn, right? We've seen that he has multiple Onishugo. Start with one, right? So at the very least, he's picked up an Onishugo. I'm assuming financial-wise, he hasn't been able to afford a Dione every other turn. So more than likely, losing that Dione is a big hit to his overall number of Diones. So that's painful. All right, we got a couple of unexpected events. We've got population boost in Kunaral. Nice. Some barbarian scouts have been caught and interrogated. They seem to be preparing for a large-scale attack. Really bad. And we've got a Dominion change. Charismatic preacher has appeared carrying the word of a rival pretender who now has Dominion. Oh, man. Oof. And then we caught a scout from Kailasa. This is another thing that I really like about Enkidu Elders and the defense organization, right? Getting high province defense for cheap, right? In all of your provinces is really nice because it gives you an increased chance. Most players know not to sit a scout, and I do this all the time, so I say no. Not to set a scout on a fort province, right? Especially a fort province that looks heavily populated. Sometimes you do it anyways because you just want to know what's there, right? But when you still have to move scouts through a person's land to kind of see what's going on, and in a higher PD area, have a better chance of catching those scouts. It's a marginally better chance, but it is a better chance. So denying people a little bit more information, keeping your provinces a little more protected, etc., is just really nice. Okay, and then we have patrols in Perenna, reducing some brigands. Okay, so what are we doing this turn? We've got a couple of things going on, and obviously we have this potential barbarian attack in Perenna. This is kind of the big deal, so we'll deal with it last, okay? Down in southern front near Koenberg, we have taken White Peaks, so we're moving NC1 back into Koenberg, okay? I accidentally had the Elder on retreat. All of the Elders have been properly altered now to be on hold and then eventually retreat. The goal there being if they are going to be overrun, they will retreat. If it's like a scout or something like that, they'll win. They should win within that time frame and not retreat. So, that's actually what this guy was on. It was hold, and then retreat. But we killed the scout for them. So good. So we're heading in. NC1's heading back to Koenberg. Elder 9 is heading out to White Peaks. Start troop gathering, the province defense raising, etc. NC1's plan is probably to head for the Wood of Many Paths. So next turn, right, turn 17 will be in Koenberg, turn 18 in Rim Mountains, and then turn 19 Wood of Many Paths, and then potentially somewhere from. So we did just get a scout from Kailasa, but I have scouts in multiple other people's places. I'm not taking it as an initial act of aggression. I am moving my scout onto moving my scout onto Belagor, but it's unlikely that he's patrolling a whole bunch of units there yet. So I just want to kind of see what's going on in provinces real quick, and then we'll probably jump back and forth here, and this will just hold. If we see a large force gathering in Belagor, then we know something's up. So from there, Ishib is continuing to move around and site search. The Gudus 3 and 4 are going to move around in site search, etc. We are recruiting a single gala here. We're actually trying to save money for infrastructure in Perenna and probably infrastructure in Kronberg as well. I would love to get this fortification up so that we have a better administration, because having a higher administration gives you more money. So I definitely want to get our administrative efficiency up in Kronberg and Perenna, basically, because we're gonna need to. So we're recruiting just a gala here for research purposes, basically, and we're going to be saving money for infrastructure in we are recruiting just a Mushushu and just a gala. Again, we want to take advantage of the limited recruitment, but we also want a researcher to help compensate for the fact that we are moving 3 galas along with Masanapada into Perenna, and we're actually moving Chief 1 down into Perenna as well. So Chief 1 is coming with a force of 22 units, mixture of Inkidus and Enkidu warriors, so shields and not shields. So they're coming into Perenna along with Masanapada, who is coming with a force of 32 mixed guards and Inki's chosen, along with a group of Mushuchus. Okay, so that should be a decently effective force, along with Chief 1's force, to deal with almost anything that pops into Perenna. And I say almost anything because Agartha, who I have confirmed, Agartha is indeed the player, and he's just trolling around, messing around. Agartha has just taken the womb back from Fomoria. So we are moving into Perenna. If Agartha moves into Perenna, he's going to get a big bump. If he moves into Bel, he's actually going to get a much easier fight. And if the barbarians pop next turn, which I think there's actually like a couple of turns, like you can, once you get that event, they can pop the next turn, and they can pop up to 2 turns after that, I think. I didn't check the event, so I'm not 100%. But if barbarians pop next turn, we should have a sizable force to deal with them. If he moves his Great Olms in here, we should have a sizable force to deal with them, right? In fact, actually, because we have a decent amount of province defense here, what we're going to do is we're actually probably going to pull an attack, so that these guys are more likely. Okay. By the way, so we're sending out these galas with 2 gems each, but they're actually on protection spam right now because we don't have anything else for them. Next turn, not next turn, but next level up, Alteration 4. It's been a long day. Alteration 4 is where we get Swarm. So Swarm is going to be a very big deal. We are sending these galas along as Swarm casters when we head towards Agartha to break it. We're going to have that in 2 turns. So next turn, halfway there, and then the turn after that, so probably when we're attacking Womb, we will have it. Obviously, we won't be able to script it for then, but we should be able to script it for the attack on Agartha. So if those 3 lasses are still alive and kicking, what we'll do is we'll have Swarm casts available for Agartha, and we'll go from there. Might also... No, never mind. Okay, so that's about it. We've got a decent type here with Cataphracts, right? Cataphracts are very strong. I don't think Cataphracts are strong enough to deal with barbarians. So there's the issue of if we come into Perenna next turn and the barbarians don't pop, I might end up leaving Chief 1 here, because I think the mixture of 22 of these guys, I don't really want to do that though, because I actually want the siege strength. we're running into kind of some weird issues. I would like the siege strength to go there, so I might actually end up, I don't know. We'll have to ballpark it. I'm hoping the barbarians just pop next turn, and we can kill them and get them out of the way and move on, and then just attack Agartha, finish off Agartha, get all this whole Agarthan headache over and done with. Hopefully turn 20-ish, right? So we're going to be 17, 18, 19, right? If we can be on top of Agartha and demolish whatever it is that he has there, come in with maybe a few turns later, right? Pop the fort and finish it off. Come in with a bunch of swarm casting. Hopefully that will be that. Alright, that's basically it for the turn. We still have our scouting arrangement, right? So we've still got a decent little vision. We don't really have anything going on up here, and I don't have as much of a coverage as I would like, but so much of my money is having to be stored for infrastructure right now. We've got to get the it being turn 16 and me only having a single fort is abysmal. Again, this goes back to that concept of like, I thought I was going to have Agartha by now, and that's the only reason I didn't just take a turn and go fuck it, right? And now I want to put something on Perenna, and I was going to do it this turn, but I got that barbarian prompt, right? And I was like, so if I start something this turn, there's the, right? So we're in this kind of very wonky situation of like, I want to put something on Perenna and I want to do it soon, but I've got to watch out, because if I just spend the money and it gets popped, that's a huge fucking loss for me. We might focus on Agartha first and try to make sure that this is protected. Go ahead and continue to build up Kohnberg, and then once we have dealt with the Agarthan scenario, then we might turn back and focus on Perenna. We'll see how it goes. Alright, that's going to be it for the turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.